Aloy Jimako said Nigeria's nationalists were once proscribed. Nnamdi Azikiwe was proscribed and imprisoned. Are you aware of that? It didn't work. ANC was proscribed. Margaret Thatcher called ANC a terrorist movement. Do you know that the United States listed ANC as a terrorist organization? A whole US, a whole UK. Did it stop ANC? No, because of the will of the people. That is why IPOB is unstoppable. The will of the people. Zionism was proscribed, but it persisted till the state of Israel was born. The lesson from this, if at all our people can reason very well, is that proscription never subdues an independence movement. You cannot subdue IPOB. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how many arrests, how many killings. Do we look as if we are going to be frightened? What have you not done to us? Mpo massacre, Aba National High School, Mbema River massacre, also in Akwa Ibom. Everywhere there is massacre. Has it stopped us? Can't you reason? And I want you to give me an example in history where an independence movement, freedom fighting movement has been subdued because you're killing the members. Where has it ever worked before? Instead, we get more people recruited into our cause for information. You have never described Fulani group as proscribed, only us. If they are not afraid, as I keep asking, why did they cut off Buhari's arm from a picture, official picture? There is no arm. Because I told the world that look at the hand of a 40-year-old boy and the face of somebody they claim is 80 years old. Are they the same? No, they are not. And they are afraid. If you're not afraid of what we say, who are you going to be afraid of? That's why they took picture the next day with no arm. They said before Nnamdi Kanu will come and start analyzing his arm. They cut off his arms. Go and look at the pictures there. It's there. If the pictures are there. Open your eyes. Zoo animal. The pictures are there. Look at it. A president without any arms. Because of IPOB. See how potent we are. Everywhere. Today they are begging. Tinubu is saying that Nigeria's unity is his man. This was a man speaking from both sides of the mouth because he wants to be president. For your information, this is the man that Ojus Okalo is rooting for. For your information, this is the man that Ojus Okalo wants to be deputy. For your information, Tinubu. Unity is my concern. How is it your concern? He has urged Nigerians to be more united and abandon discrimination in all their dealings. Look at this fool that said he doesn't believe in Nigeria before. Go and look at Tinubu's history. He never believed in Abdul Salami's 1999 constitution. Tinubu was a believer in sovereign national conference, which he abandoned. Being a typical black man, that is what they do. One thing in the morning, different thing in the afternoon, different thing in the evening. That is why they're afraid of IPOB, because they know we are as consistent as a northern star. We do not change. We don't change. We're not interested in your restructuring, in your loving one another. We want Biafra to be free, and for every other person to be free. If we then find the need to come together to be one country, then so be it. It will be by majority vote. People have to decide. But for now, people must be free, and that's what we're agitating for. Because we have exposed him that he once said he doesn't believe in one Nigeria. Now he wants unity of Nigeria. You see the way they roll? You see the way they roll. As I told you earlier, revisit 2014 Confab report. Pandef tells Buhari, and I keep wondering, why is Edwin Clark saying this thing now? Why don't you boycott elections? You want them to do something, you need to force their hand. Writing rubbish on news article release, president, is not going to solve anything. Fulani will not listen to you. The only language Fulani understands is force. Reason and common sense eludes Fulani. They are cattle headers. These are Normans. They are not polished, they are not civilized, they are not educated. You must understand that. And that is why everything about them is in a mess, including their zoological republic. We are live, and of course we've gone with nearly 30 minutes past our normal time, but we must proceed. Somebody wrote, "I want freedom, not Igbo presidency," which is a very brilliant article. I suggest that people do go and read it. And I also commend the people of of Okun, the Okun people. I think it's in Kogi State. They want to be part of Southwest. They are Yoruba. They want to go back to where they belong. I commend them for that. Very, very courageous. We have our people in Benue. Some people are there. I can't understand. People are in Benue, 3 local government areas. Nobody's fighting for them. Omahi wants to be president. He doesn't care. Miyejara can take over Ebonyi State for all he cares. Ohaneze is there doing. What they're doing. I have no idea. They can learn from the Yoruba people, the Okun people of Kogi State, saying we want to go back to. We want to answer Yoruba. We want to be part of the Western region. I don't know why Ohaneze cannot do all of these things and unite the Igbo family together. You have Igbo people in Delta, you have Igbo people in Rivers, you have Igbo people in Akwa Ibom, Igbo people are in Cross River, Igbo people are in Benue. What is wrong with this? What is your job? Let me ask Ohaneze, what is actually your job to start with? Yorubas are going back to where they come, and I commend them for that. And well done to them. You can now see that the North, the Zoological Republic, the northern part of it, have now decided to divide themselves. They now have their NBA. And having a Fulani man as the Attorney General, Fulani man as the Chief Justice of the Federation, they have amended the rules to allow them in the North to have their own MBA. Can any Southerner do this? He did just be telling you about one Nigeria, but look at the way they operate. That is, sometimes you have to admire Fulani, how they defend themselves, how they work closely together to achieve that Fulani domination which they are all craving for. We are coming very, very close to the end of our program this very day. Somebody wrote a very brilliant piece. I don't know. I don't have the time to read. I had wanted to please about IPOB and the intellectuals. These are a bunch of fools. Which intellectual? How can you be an intellectual? You come out and say you're a Nigerian. You're a fool because it was created by the white man, not by your ancestors. Not by your ancestors. That is why we must educate and enlighten our people to make them understand that if you are in IPOB, you must always be very, very prayerful. If you are not prayerful, one of these 3 deadly sins will get into you. They are spirits and they are evil. The spirit of envy, of greed, and of jealousy. If you allow it, it will overwhelm you. And you will be shown the door as others were shown. You know, the thing about it is that once you're in IPOB and you feel that people know your name, and you feel you've arrived, and you think you can do something outside, and you're kicked out, the only potency you will have is to open as many fake Facebook accounts as possible. That is the height, the end-all and be-all of your potency. That's all. And I actually love it. As I keep saying, they make us even more popular. Absolutely popular. And I want people to, before I came on air, somebody said something to me which was very interesting. A senior member of our ruling council, which is our DOS. He said that the presence of Moses did not stop people from hearing about Joshua or Caleb or Aaron. The same way that the presence of Jesus Christ did not stop people from hearing about Peter, about Paul, even Judas Iscariot is also very popular. So Efulefu can be popular if they want to be. The coming of our eternal leader, General Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, did not stop the achievements of General Philip Effiong. It did not stop us from recognizing the work that Chief Frank Opigo did. It did not stop us from recognizing the work that General Alex Madiebo did. It did not stop us from celebrating Brigadier Timothy Onwatuegu. It did not stop us from venerating Colonel Achuzie. It did not stop us from remembering the heroics of Colonel Nwafo or Colonel Wawo. It didn't stop us from doing all of that. Never. The coming of Dr. Azikiwe did not stop the impact that Mazen Bono Chike made or the great stellar achievements of Sam Mbakwe. Therefore, if you have anything meaningful to contribute, the world will notice you regardless of your rank or profile. But if you think that because you're kicked out of IPOB due to your criminality and insubordination, that you will somehow find relevance you weren't able to get, or you weren't able to muster when you were in IPOB, then you're a deluded fool. You're deluding yourself. IPOB is unstoppable. If you like, ask your Zoom masters and they will tell you. With that, we have come to the end of our program this very evening, morning, afternoon, or night, depending on where you are. As always, and without hesitation or prevarication, we state unequivocally and very clearly, even to the hearing of the deaf, that to other people, Biafra may just be a nation. To others, it may just be, as they say, some sort of a metaphor. But to us, it is more than life itself. Biafra to us is a religion. And here on Radio Biafra is where we worship, because Elohim Chukwukika Biama is our God. I thank you very much for listening to us this very evening from the bottom of my heart. From me, from here, it is good evening.